I'm Hazel, it's almost Saturday, and that makes it time to sit down and catch up on the WoW news of the week, what I've been up to, and answer some of your questions. I took last week off from the vlog because honestly there was not much news and I thought I could get the BlizzCon vlog done on that day. It happened a few days later, but it's out now, and there's some things to talk about this week, so let's jump into it. Just this morning, Blizzard released a blue update on the auction house mount situation, and basically, they're still removing the auction house mount from its vendor in Shadowlands. It's still going to move to the black market auction house. However, there had been a rumor started that they were going to take the Auctioneer off the mount. I don't know how that rumor happened. Blizzard has clarified that is not true. The Brutosaur mount will retain its Auctioneer capabilities, so if you already have one or if you're going to get one before they move it from the vendor, never fear, it will still work. And they also expanded a little bit on their reasoning for why they're removing it in that blue post, and I'm not gonna say I told you so, I was super right, but I was a little bit super right. They did specifically cite gold inflation and a desire for a future where streets are not clogged with Brutosaurs on every corner. Other news of the week, Blizzard has officially released the Dottie Alpaca charity pet and also announced a surprise plushie sale to go along with it. The pet is $10, the plushie is $30, $10 from every plushie sale, and the entire $10 pet price will go towards charity if purchased between now and December 31st, so up until the end of the year, and also up to a combined $3 million cap. The cap is not my favorite piece of fine print. Apparently they've done that before with a Womper plush. It is worth noting that they have never to date, as far as I know, exceeded $3 million on a charity pet sale. So not a great headline for them, but it may be a non-issue. For me this week, I actually got to visit the Twitch headquarters for a sponsored charity live stream event this week. That was on Wednesday was the stream. I flew down there on Tuesday, so I got to see a little teeny tiny bit of San Francisco. I had never been. And that was just a very, very fun event to be a part of. They had a lot of other great talent. I was competing against Bajira. They had Rachel Seltzer and then Venruki casting the desk. It was just a super fun thing to get to do. And also, you would not believe the amount of snacks and food and just things to eat at Twitch HQ. You just, look into a drawer, not that I was doing that, but were you to open any given drawer, it feels like 82% of them had snacks. In my Azeroth life, I have set myself a goal where I want to personally farm all of the BFA world drop mounts before the end of the expansion. So the Dune Scavenger, the Vein Seeker, Golden Mane, and the Terrified Pack Mule. Those are all world drops in BFA zones. They have fairly low drop rates, and I want to they're BOE, so you could buy them, but I want to not buy them. I want to kill the mobs and loot it for myself. So that's what I've been doing on my streams lately, and last night I finally, after 17,000 plus kills of Sethrak, the Dune Scavenger dropped for me, so I'm ready to move on. And questions from the week before last. Cheston Anglesmith Fancy Man of Cornwood, which is a name I always delight in saying. What covenant are you thinking about joining once Shadowlands comes out? Specifically for your gnome, but I'd love to hear other ideas. So my gnome, barring a big unbalancing, as long as the abilities are reasonably close in power, and I imagine they're gonna try to have them be that way, I really, really, really want to go Venthyr on my Shadow Priest. I am so here for the, Pride and Punishment, sinful gothic vibe. I think that fits my Gnome Priest very well. So I'm going Venthyr on my Shadow Priest, and then I want to make my Night Elf Druid a Night Fae because it just matches really well. I don't have characters specifically in mind for the other two, but I have enough alts that I'll probably see all of them, but I am by far the most excited for the Venthyr. Brian Paxav asks, are you concerned about the upcoming COPPA changes to YouTube in January 2020, and how will it affect your channel? Do you think it may make you change platforms? So if you are unfamiliar, this year and going on now and kind of in January, YouTube is making some changes that makes creators personally liable for any Children's Online Privacy Protection Act violations, which basically all that means, it means a lot, and I recommend that you do some research if you're curious about it. But what it means for me as a creator is I need to personally mark my videos as either for children or not for children. If I say they're for children, then they will get reduced ads. I will make less money on them. The comment sections will be disabled, and they won't come up in other stuff like that. Not great. And then if I say that they are not for children, and then it is later decided that they are, I am legally liable for a lot of money in fines. And this is true for every YouTube creator. So you have to personally mark your videos. And I feel like we're in a kind of a sweet spot with this channel where we are clean enough that we are brand friendly, so I don't get like demonetized a lot. But this is not a children's channel. We're not doing sing-alongs. I'm not teaching you about colors. We're talking entirely about a game that is rated T for teen, and I think I am safe. I will take this as it comes, and if it becomes a problem, then I would look into either shifting into more Twitch or finding something else to do, but for now, I don't anticipate it being bad for me specifically. I got a couple of hair-related questions, which I've slapped together here. Taryn wants to know, are you going to keep the green? And Flynn wants to know, what dye do I use? So my hairstylist uses Pulp Riot dyes on me. If you want to see a little bit of footage of what that looks like when I'm getting it done, I filmed my last hair appointment and stuck it in the beginning of the BlizzCon vlog, which is out now. Yeah, so Pulp Riot dyes. And then the green has been fun. I like the green. However, twice in the last 30 days, it has been a major issue for somebody with something I'm working on or something somebody else is working on that I'm being part of, to try and green screen me out. I don't really do green screening at home, but you know, if I'm gonna leave my bubble and work with others, it might make sense for me to have a hair color that doesn't ruin someone's day whenever we need to chroma key me out. We don't have like a blue screen or a magenta screen on hand. So the green is nice and I don't hate it, but it may be short-lived. We may pick something that is a little bit more editor friendly. And Cool Kimchi asks, in your professional opinion, what are the mats and items to be stockpiling to make a lot of gold in 8.3? Herbs, enchant dust, rune flasks, what does your gut tell you? Thanks. So my gut, which is all I have to go on because I'm not really a professional, not runes. There's going to be a reusable augment rune added in patch 8.3, so don't stock up on runes. There will be much less demand for them once people start getting their hands on that. I am stocking up on herbs and enchants, specifically herbs, and by that I mean zinanthid and anchorweed. Lots and lots of anchorweed. I'm too chicken to invest. It's probably a good idea to like buy it up right now so that when flask demand spikes, I have a stockpile on hand, but for now I'm just doing my daily transmute, and then any anchorweed that I find, I'm like stashing it away in my little hoard. Depending on what the prices look like in 8.3, that gives me the freedom to either resell the anchorweed directly or then make flasks with it. I do have an alchemist set up. And then the other thing is enchants, but I'm not really stockpiling enchants. I can pretty freely make more mats for myself from the cloth shuffle anytime I need to, so I'm just kind of selling them as needed because the prices haven't really fallen that much, and then I'm expecting demand to spike, but not necessarily prices because I imagine more people will also be trying to sell them. So, short answer, anchorweed. Get yourself some anchorweed. And that has been my week. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you have a question you would like me to answer in a vlog, please leave it in the comments of the most recent one. Feel free to pop by a Twitch stream sometime to say hello, and in the meantime, have a wonderful, wonderful day.